Coming to you live from the rinks in Hauppauge. You're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League on LI Sports Network. First of three on this Friday evening on the North Rink. West Islip taking on ESM at the freshman division. My name's Ryan Brannigan. I'm joined alongside cameraman Wally Mitchell for tonight's action in the Suffolk County High School Hockey League. Closer look at the two teams and the standings, as well as their record. So ESM 8-4-1. West Islip are coming into this contest 4-8-1. Little inverse records going up against one another. West Islip defeated ESM in the season opener 4-1. A bit of a surprising result given the direction the two teams went following that game. ESM currently fourth place with that 8-4-1 record, while West Islip are 11th. They're 3 points back of both KPC and Sachem, as well as Middle Country, for the final playoff spot. A three-way tie for that final playoff spot. Nequat Sayville currently 14 points, or 2 points clear of both MC, Sachem, and KPC. West Islip trying to inch their way closer into that conversation, while the Sharks of ESM are tied with Longwood. Both have 17 points, just one ahead of sixth place Southampton. ESM and Southampton have the same amount of games played. Those two teams played each other recently as well. That was back on January 10th. I guess not that recent. Southampton defeated the Sharks 6-3. And the Sharks coming off probably their toughest loss of the season, in my opinion, and that came against East Islip. The final score in that game was 9-1 in favor of the Chiefs. So looking to bounce back are ESM. West Islip, on the other hand, coming off a 6-1 defeat to Southampton, who I just mentioned. It's back on January 31st, their first game of February. And will be their last game in February, not in action again until March the 6th. As they're at the face-off dot. Looks like we're ready to get things going here at the rinks in Hauppauge. And again, thank you for tuning in to LI Sports Network's coverage of the Suffolk County High School Hockey League. And thank you for all the support through our varsity championship game series. We eclipsed 12,000 subscribers. Thank you to that. On our way now to 13K. Joy. The group who have subscribed to us and support us, just hit that subscribe button as Kevin Beckman establishes the zone. It's back to Newport. Newport, cross ice. Settled by Gabrielson. Sent it down low to a teammate, and a nice steal by Gabrielson. Chance here for ESM early. Try to go back to the point, read beautifully, and carried up ice by Abenda. Marco Abenda, man rush, wrist shot, glove save made by starting goaltender tonight for the ESM Sharks, Elijah Moran. Says he's number 1, Eli Moran, wearing 34 in between the pipes tonight. Or pardon, 35. As no score yet here in the first period. That 2-1 coming by virtue of the championship game varsity final. St. A's, congrats on back-to-back varsity championships. They defeated the Smithtown Hauppauge Bulls on Wednesday night. They will take on Long Beach in the Long Island Championship. I believe that's on March the 13th. Mark your calendars. Should be an excellent game. And it is a winner-take-all one-game championship as opposed to the three-game series. As Shuppa drive knocked down in front Everett Shupp trying to get back to it. Poked to the blue line. Dragged by Pisano off the end boards. Back out in front for Fritzen. He shot it wide. 2 minutes, 30 seconds into the contest. ESM with their best scoring chance of the night thus far. Right back in front. Save made. Rebound save. Couple of dazzlers from West Islip netminder William Chero. Fritzen centers for Pisano. Just went off the end of the stick. And a good takeaway in the near boards by Lundrigan. He couldn't clear, though. That shot deflects just wide. Again, that's Fritzen in front. To the blue line for Bonventure. Bonventure keeps it in the zone. Tries to play it to an open Shupp. Shupp will get it on the ricochet. Plays it in behind. Abendo lets one fly around the boards. Anza unable to keep it at the near point. And it glanced off his stick, so no icing here against WI. West Islip goal scoring has been their difficulty this season. Their leader in points is Abenda with 5, with 3 other players also with 5 points, Mikey Lane and Shea Levy. Abenda trying to clear, he does. McGovern trying to play it ahead, the Sharks captain. Settles it down in neutral ice, looks to spring Beckman out of the zone. Beckman overskated, and he'll track back to it. Kevin Beckman has been a force for the ESM freshman team 2 years now in a row. 26 points and 18 goals, both lead the ESM Sharks freshman team. McGovern try to play it across, does to Beckman. Beckman, near circle drive off of Chero and out of play. He's got a cannon of a shot, shows off the wrister this time, does Kevin Beckman. Chero in good position to make the save for the Lions. Beckman to himself down the near boards, watched by Wilk, and Wilk will take it away. This is Lucas Wilk of West Islip. And that pass goes all the way down ice, becomes an icing against WI, as we're 3:30 into the first period. Still no score between the ESM Sharks and West Islip. Off the face-off, Beckman walks, shoots, blocker save, and he corrals the rebound enough to keep it out. Does Chero. Trying to set up Gabrielson, high slot. He scores! Aiden Gabrielson, his 12th of the year, gets ESM on the board, 1-0. And off a blocked shot, they're going to put it right to Gabrielson in the slot, or the high slot between the circles, and goes through the 5-hole of Chero. Sharks strike first and lead 1-0. Back on that game to start the season between these two sides. Two goals in the second period for the Lions after a scoreless first. Put them up by 2. Got a bit of a flip script here tonight. Webster backhands one through neutral ice. Onza to watch it. Brody Maniaci was the lone goal scorer in that game. He has it here. Cross to Gabrielson. Gabrielson, a wrist shot save made by Chero. Maniaci this season for ESM has 16 points in 10 games played, 5 of those being goals. Fritzen will take the offensive zone draw to the right of Chero. One defensively by West Islip. Thrown around by Levy. Intercepting the pass, Pisano. Now taken over by Fritzen. Tries to knife his way to the front of the net. Fell down and now tries to block a pass off the stick and out of play. Fritzen, 3 points, a goal, and 2 assists in 9 games played this season for ESM. Carl McGovern picks up yet another assist on the Gabrielson tally. Carl McGovern defensively for ESM has 19 assists, most on the team. And if not for Kevin Beckman also playing defense, as a big hit on the far boards, McGovern would lead the Sharks in points. He's 3rd on the team. Delayed penalty is against West Islip as Moran heads to the bench. The whistle stops as West Islip touch up. ESM to the game's first power play. Coming into the game tonight, ESM's power play, or perhaps in their last game out, their power play 16.7%. 56.3% on the penalty kill in their last game were West Islip. Bonventure looking to push it ahead to Beckman. Beckman picks the pocket of Lane, walks, shoots wide. Kevin Beckman with an excellent release, but a very fine angle. Couldn't quite hit it. Mikey Lane tries to plunge it down ice. It's caught up in the equipment of Pisano. Tries to walk down the near boards. Beckman keeps near point. Walks middle. Beckman across. Settled and try to feed Gabrielson. Picked off by Abenda. Great read by Marco Abenda. And Abenda dumps in. 53 seconds into the ESM power play. Good forecheck. This time provided by Luke Galanti. Beckman rolls out with speed. Beckman into the zone, around Lane. Beckman shoots, and it wouldn't go, and it goes wide. Chero fought off the majority of the shot, and it trickled through the crease. Chance for Shupp down low, turned aside by Chero, who covers up. Or pardon me, that was Billy Newport on the far board. Shupp comes onto the ice here for ESM. For the offensive zone face-off. That's sent out of play. West Islip, one of their 3 coaches, Scott Webster, Robert Lane, and James Giorgio. I'm gonna play a little dodgeball, or dodge puck. Sent out of play off the ensuing face-off, rimmed around forever Chupp. 25 seconds left on the power play for the Sharks. Spun it to McGovern. McGovern walks, a wrist shot, blocker save made, knocked down in front and out of the reach of Wilk. Chupp shot goes wide. Maniaci in front of one-time blast, goes wide. McGovern near point settles things down with 5 seconds to go on the Sharks' first power play of the game. Trying to double their lead. They're up 1-0. McGovern playing catch. Takes the wrist shot, looking for a tip out in front. He had his teammate set up there. It was Intravias now. A stuff-in try turned away. Power play expires. West Islip kill 1 tonight as Lundrigan sends it around. In the area of Rowan Burnt. Burnt looking to get a touch on. Now Levy pressured by Fritzen. Fritzen takes it away. Looks over the options. Hands back to the point. Maniaci a drive off the bar and in. They score. Not sure who tucked it home down low. We'll get a replay of it. 2-0 Sharks. Brody Maniaci, mentioned he scored in the last game against West Islip. Rings that one off the iron. And then a little stuff in action. You see Shupp coming into the frame after the fact. Looked like it was 22. So Everett Shupp's credited with the goal, but I believe there are two 22s, or that's 27 that looks awfully similar to 22 that gets the goal there. And that would be Joseph Intravaya, his 6th of the season. Looking for more. Newport shot out. Getting a piece was Chero. West Islip trying to clear. It's held in. Cross ice for Gia Lorenzi. Good pass by Bonventure. Swept out in front, and Levy cleared it out. Only as far as Anza. Sharks keep in. Another cross ice feed through the slot. Chance for Gia Lorenzi, turned away by Chero. Another good passing play by ESM. They have had the better of the zone time and scoring chances to this point in the game. And Chero, the reason it's not worse than 2-0. Face off to the right of Chero, won by West Islip. Anza keeps in at the near point. Worked up top for Bonventure. Just by the stick of Pisano. Battle for it, near side. Shupp emerges, centers, and it's stopped by Chero. What a save! West Islip break out. Burnt, weaving, shooting, blocked. Marco Abenda, Rochelle looking for a deflection save. Rebound, Wilk denied again by Moran. And then a little flip to the far post. Couldn't quite find the tape of Galante, who hustles after Shupp, but Shupp's got a jump, couple of steps on Galante. Eventually sticked away from the puck by Abenda. Abenda will fire it out of the zone. West Islip's best scoring chances of the game denied by their netminder, Eli Moran, and then a shot from Beckman deflects out of play. 5:11 to go in the first. So now the goal's credited to Maniaci, not Intravaya or Shupp. Shupp will get an assist. So Brody Maniaci went from primary assist to goal. His 6th of the season. He's got it here, plays it to himself behind the goal line. And now for Newport in the far corner. As Gabrielson open high slot, they get it to him. Gabrielson a drive and a save made by a standing Chero. Lundrigan, rink wide flip in the direction of Burnt. McGovern swoops over, now helped out by Gabrielson. The two ESM captains. Maniaci spins through, shoots, and stopped by Chero. Rebound, loose in front, kick just behind. Lundrigan to it. Plays it around the boards. Webster a check on Gabrielson. Levy steps over to try to poke it up that far side. Intercepted Newport, drags, plays it across. Backhander from Maniaci goes wide. Really fanned on the shot, didn't get much on it. Looking for his 2nd of the period as ESM continue to drive play. Gabrielson. Newport high slide, a wrist shot deflects. They score! 3rd of the period for ESM. And Billy Newport is on the board with a goal. 3-0 ESM. Newport's 4th of the year as he continues to be right around a point-a-game pace. His 9th point and now 10th game played for Newport. Centering feed in the area of Intravaya, deflected behind the boards. Here's Bonventure, steps around Galante. Bonventure a backhander toward the front of the net. Poked out. Back now for Bonventure. The LI Rebel. Just to get a play on it. Wilk up the near boards. Lundrigan, rink wide flip in the feet of Galante. Stabbed out and skated ahead by Wilk. Wilk to Lundrigan, wrists one wide. Bonventure collects for ESM and banks to center. Only as far as Levy. Shea Levy put it near side for Lundrigan. It's off the stick of Galante. He can't hold in. Just a three-man bench, so 8 skaters tonight for West Islip is driving the net. For the opportunity was Bonventure. Galante to Lundrigan. Finn on the shot, gets it right back, puts it across, sprawling out was Moran. The puck stays out. 2-on-1 there for West Islip, denied. Now Anza plays one backdoor. Was in the direction of Perigine. Newport from Gabrielson and Maniaci. So Maniaci with a couple of points tonight. Goal and assist as a rocket of a shot from Lane. Eaten up and shaking it off is Anza. There's another try from a bender that had a lot of mustard on it. That just missed wide. West Islip looked to establish a cycle. Flip to Shupp, taken over by Pisano. Rolls in with speed on the backhand. Pisano hits the brakes, takes himself down, and then Shupp gets knocked down back at the back post. Galante, stretch pass, connects with Lundrigan. Try to go skate through the legs to himself. Eventually, it's Lundrigan down low. Checked by Fritzen. Beckman takes over for ESM with 1:40 to go in the first. Shupp stops at the circles. Backhands in front, just a little bit behind his target, Pisano. Leave it to Lane, Mikey Lane. The Long Island Arrow rips a shot off Beckman in wide. Kevin Beckman, the Long Island Royal. And now Shupp lost it to Lundrigan. And Lundrigan dumps in, goes for a change. Minute to go, first period. 3-0 ESM. Looking to add to their lead. Beckman. Surprisingly, not really a part of any of the goals. Beckman, a shot, fought off by Chero. Now back out in front. Lundrigan rescues the puck and fires it behind the net. McGovern steps up at the far point, keeps it alive. Levy looking to stretch it, intercepted Beckman, steps around one. Beckman off the iron and out. McGovern tries to feed the front of the net. Pisano is set up there. And now a shot as he fell down by Shupp goes wide. Beckman collects with 23 seconds. Beckman around a couple of sticks. Beckman, backhand shot goes wide. Fritzen off the carom. Looking to feed the front of the net for Pisano. Knockdown now. Beckman to the backhand. Beckman looking for a lane. Great defense. Condensing to the puck where West Islip, and they survive a late flurry by ESM and only go into the break down by 3. Dominant period of hockey though for ESM. They lead at 3-0. Newport, Maniaci, and Gabrielson, the goal scorers for ESM. Going to step aside. Second period will begin shortly. You're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League on LI Sports Network. You gotta like give them a picture of like the logo. That's what I was saying. Yeah, I was literally about to I can't, I don't know. Second period set to begin shortly. Welcome back here on LI Sports Network. Suffolk County High School Hockey League action on this Friday evening. Couple of JV matchups to follow. Sachem and West Islip. That should be a good one between the current two 7 and 8 seeds in the JV division. And then wrapping it up, KPC against St. Anthony JV Gold. Well, a couple of good JV matchups as the JV division now the highest remaining division still in action in the Suffolk County High School Hockey League. States going to be taking place in a short amount of time. Find those games on USA Hockey. Not sure if they're even going to be commentators on those games. Anyway, here's the Newport. Flipping one in the direction of Anza. Got by him, but out in front for Wilk to take over for West Islip. Plugs it through the feet of Lundgren. Settled by Maniaci, a drive. Getting a piece was Charo. Galante trying to bank to himself. Luke Galante had enough touch on it to avoid icing, but Anza takes over. Behind his net, Tyler Anza will skate out, formerly of Pat Med. Anza's shot blocked by Abenda. Lundgren settles, plays across to Abenda. Abenda ahead to Galante, and Galante will rip it into the zone. The other forechecker is Lundgren, as well as Mikey Lane shadowing in behind. Abenda unable to hold it in the zone. Flung rink wide. Takes a carom, played here by Shea Levy. Into the zone, no icing. Anza taken by Lundgren at the far boards. Down low for Mikey Lane. Lane plays it behind to Lundgren. Lundgren up the boards for Levy, trying to keep it in the zone. Newport in the area. Lundgren trying to barge his way through. Good play by Bonventure, and now it's ahead for Shupp. Everett Shupp to the net, shot it wide. Good idea for Shupp, just kind of ran out of runway, and then he fed it toward the front of the net for Pisano, just out of his reach. Shupp back checking through the center of the ice, took the puck away. Flipped for Pisano. Knocked off his stick, good play by Levy. Levy has it here. Looks to lead Lundgren into the zone. Lundgren fires around, CJ Lundgren. To the front of the net off the stick of Newport, and Beckman will collect, and little nifty backhander to the near corner from McGovern, who's pressured by Galante. Burnt joins the forecheck. Applying pressure to Kevin Beckman. The stellar defenseman, though, able to escape. Fire it for Pisano. Held in by Wilk. Blocked by Beckman, and Beckman will roll out of the zone. Picks up speed through neutral ice. Joined by Pisano and Fritzen. A wrist shot by Beckman, turned away by Charo. Wilk try to play it through the middle of the ice. Handled by Carl McGovern. Floated in the direction of Beckman. Beckman battling Burnt. Twirls away from Burnt and backhands a pass to Everett Shupp. Shupp picks up speed through neutral ice. Barreling his way to the front of the net. Put it out in front on the backhand, just missed. Now Beckman at the point. To the forehand. Beckman scores! Had a feeling he would break through at some point, and Kevin Beckman, with his 19th of the season, 4-0 ESM, goes Bar-Dowski on William Charo. 4-zip Sharks. Fed to the front of that, hoping for Intravia. Played ahead to Burnt. And this game has taken a completely different foothold than the first meeting between these two teams. Again, 4-1 West Islip with the victory to start the season. Connor Webster backhands to Mikey Lane. Lane, who also scored in that first matchup. CJ Lundrigan. Our circle creeps middle. Lundrigan try to go back across to Lane. It was broken up. Good read by Gia Lorenzi. Lane to Burnt. Burnt shot turned away by Moran. Good pass by Mikey Lane and a shot from Burnt along the ice. Back the way Moran came, nearly beat him. A little 2-on-1 off the turnover, and Burnt unable to sneak it underneath Eli Moran. Moran this season for ESM, 470 save percentage. That shot, save, rebound, score off the end boards and into the back of the net. West Islip are on the board. And it looked like it was CJ Lundrigan backdoor to put it in. Starts with the Abenda shot through traffic. Great save made, and then there's Lundrigan on the rebound. Moran trying to dive to it. Just unable to get a piece. And CJ Lundrigan. Scoring his third of the season, up to 4 points on the year. Quick response. Who else? Kevin Beckman. 5-1 ESM. I mean, the speed, the skill, the stick handling, and all making it look so easy. Just able to beat Chero glove side. ESM trying to roll right back in. Beckman's 20th of the season. Increases his team lead in goals and points. As that's fired by McGovern. We'll say McGovern briefly touched it to avoid an icing here on West I. Wilk. Now CJ Lundrigan hands it right back to Wilk. Wilk trying to go out in front. Now Levy a drive along the ice. Diving effort from Moran. And then Galati with a great look on the near post. Levy try to step up to prevent the rush. Beckman overpowers. Beckman feeds. Shot. Gabrielson, what a save. Will Chero. The odd man rush 3-on-1 here for ESM. Beckman is thinking pass all the way, and he's got it. Why not? And great tracking and east-west movement from Chero to make that stop on Aiden Gabrielson, robbing him of his second of the game. Off the face-off win, wrist shot, Anza save made, rebound available in the slot for Shupp, and Shupp turned away by Chero. Rebound still there, Shupp again, that shot off a stick and over the net. Abenda with the stick on it. And now right back out in front, stabbed at by Chero. It's back with Shupp. Shupp, can he finally break through? No, he shoots wide. Galati clears on the far boards. Anza right back in for ESM. Will flip beneath the goal line. Abenda sends around. Anza right back to it. Anza looking to go cross ice. Broken up by Rowan Burnt. Good back check by Pisano. Takes it right back for ESM. Tries to lead Shupp. It goes off the board. Shupp will get there before the goal line to avoid an icing. Great hustle by Everett Shupp. The LI Rebel. And now Pisano a drive. Save made by Chero. As I was saying before, Eli Moran, 9 games played, 5 of those games starts. Has a 2-2 record .47 goals against average. It's West Islip clear from in front of the net. Of course, sharing a goal with Austin Pagano. Pagano a .309 goals against average. And 6-2-1 record as there's a shot by C.J. Lundrigan, turned away by Moran. Moran covers and signals for the refs to blow it dead. It was trapped underneath the glove. Moran with a sense of humor in between the pipes there for ESM. Off the face-off, Burnt trying to plug it through. Handled by Intravia, give it away to C.J. Lundrigan, trying to go right back to the point. Off a couple of sticks, Gia Lorenzi plowing forward. There comes Beckman out of nowhere. Beckman in on the breakaway, scores! Hat-trick goal, natty hattie for Kevin Beckman. It is 6-1 ESM. He's pretty good, huh? Turns on the Jets. Leaves everyone on the ice in the dust and buries it top shelf for his third goal of the game. And, you know, I said he was surprisingly not part of the first 3 goals. I guess he took exception to my comments that clearly he heard along the ice. Kidding, of course. Webster looking to create some space. Hits the red line, dumps in. Beckman on the backhand. Pressured by Galante. Galante will release, and Beckman sends ahead for Gia Lorenzi. Good stick by Mikey Lane. Levy comes over, and Levy takes the puck away for the Lions. Dumps in. Galante on the forecheck. Puts a check on Gia Lorenzi. Gets it ahead to his teammate Parigi. Now here comes Galante, taken down to the net, draws the penalty. Would have potentially been a 2-on-0 down low. Galante with Lundrigan. West Islip will go to the power play. No one gets Lundrigan right? It's how it looks. C.J. Lundrigan of West Islip, a lone goal scorer. So they get their power play opportunity. Slap shot from a Benda. Careened wide. Anza with an opportunity to clear off the glove of Webster and sent down ice by ESM. That was Maniaci. Here's Gabrielson on the forecheck, shorthanded. Takes the puck away. Fed it to Maniaci. Broken up by Lane. Lane with a stick lift. Takes it away. Spears one in the direction of Webster. Webster, rink wide for Lane. Mikey Lane. Wrist shot along the ice. Stick to the boards by Moran. Pushed to the line, and Webster unable to hold in. With a little over a minute remaining on the power play for West Islip. Lane dicing his way through a slap shot, save Moran. Oh, it goes in! Just too much heat on the rip from Mikey Lane. It's 6-2, and that's a Lions power play goal. Pops up in the air. Moran's looking for it. It's in the back of the net. Connor Webster with the primary assist on the Lane goal. Lane is just his second of the season. Hard to believe. The developmental league phenom from a season ago, a shot denied by Charo. Or he was tops or near it in that league last season in goals, and just 2 this year. But it's a big competition. Jump is a right pad save made. Rebound wide. Charo, an unbelievable stop. Abenda Knocked to the ice by McGovern. Wilk takes over. Wilk poked away from him by Kevin Beckman. Beckman with 3 goals in the period, all in succession of one another. Try to feed Pisano. It ends up being an icing against ESM. 4:26 to go here in the second. Lions striking twice in the period, but only enough to make it a 4-goal game once more. They made it 4-1 before allowing 2. Now 6-2. Lane will take the offensive zone draw. Galante and Lundrigan to his right. Galante trying to feed C.J. Lundrigan. Stick from behind by Shupp. Great play by Everett Shupp. Held in by Levy. And Levy a rip, blocked by Beckman. Lundrigan, his feed blocked by Fritzen. Fritzen playing in his second season with the ESM freshman team. Abenda rips it right back into neutral ice. A lot of carryovers on this ESM freshman squad, including Beckman, and Beckman trying to pull it through, could not. Knocked down by Shupp. Another one of those aforementioned players making their second appearance in a row on the freshman team. Put it out across, they score! Shupp the pass and buried on the back door. I believe that was Pisano, who will get credit with the goal to make it 7-2 Sharks. It is Luca Pisano. Everett Shupp the primary assist, as I mentioned. And Kevin Beckman gets a secondary assist. So he has 4 points on the night, does Beckman. Everett Shupp has 3 assists now in the game. Bonventure gets around a couple of Lions and gets taken down. The Sharks will go back to the power play. Moran about to the red line and forced to turn back. As West Islip touched the puck, and Marco Abenda heads off to the box. With 3:09 to go in the second. ESM flexing their muscles tonight. They go to their second power play. Unsuccessful on the first go-around. Back in the first period. Levy clears it. Kevin Beckman. Oh, backhander to Gabrielson. Gabrielson trying to go rink wide for Pisano. Banked ahead of him and cleared out of the zone by Levy. Billy Newport feathered one through. Onto the tape of Pisano. Pisano to Beckman. Beckman flutters one beneath the goal line. Played around by Gabrielson to Bonventure. Bonventure darts to the middle of the ice. Bonventure takes the shot, and now follow-up try from Gabrielson, turned away by Charo. C.J. Lundrigan can't clear it. Here comes Beckman. Beckman around one. Beckman feeds off to Newport. Try to return it to Beckman. His stick was checked. Lundrigan now an opportunity to clear. He goes off the boards and down ice it goes. Minute 10 seconds into the second ESM power play of the game. Bonventure rolling up ice. In the circles, backhanded one to Beckman in stride. Deflected on goal, save Charo. Off the end boards, Newport. Across for Beckman. Slows up. Fed it down low and across out of the reach of Bonventure. Newport. Flutters middle, that shot deflects wide. Pisano. Bonventure. First shot, pad save made. Rebound loose in the slot. Swiped away. Wilk can't clear. Went off Beckman. Newport. Spinning near circle, Billy Newport. for the goal tonight. Sauced one across for Gabrielson. Aiden Gabrielson, a Newport. Penalty has expired. 2 for 2 on the kill. Tonight, our West Islip, as there's a chance denied by Charo on Pisano inside. Will Charo with another big save. Abenda put it right on the tape of Newport. Lundgren on the forecheck. Lundgren harassing Newport. Newport eventually does maintain possession. Scoots one ahead for Beckman. Beckman keeps in the zone. Now Gabrielson. Stick check from behind by Lane. He flips it up the near far boards. Lane trying to clear. ESM keep it in. With 15 seconds to go, a one-timer from Shupp. Felt the breeze of the shot from up here. Put down ice for Lundgren. Two seconds in one, that will do it here in the second. ESM extend their lead despite 2 goals scored in the period by West Islip. 7-2 after 2. You're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League here on LI Sport Network. Ryan Brownigan and Wally Mitchell, our cameraman, will welcome you to the third period in just a minute, so stick around. So you're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League on LI Sports Network. Welcome back to the Rinks and Oppog. Suffolk County High School Hockey League is your second period recap of the period of Kevin Beckman. He scores a natural hat trick. Sandwiched in between that hat trick was CJ Lundgren scoring from Marco Abenda. Abenda now up to 6 points on the season. Mikey Lane also scored a goal on the power play. Connor Webster picking up an assist. And then Luca Pisano on Everett Shupp's third assist of the game made it 7-2 in favor of the ESM Sharks, who look poised to collect their 9th win of the season. Bonventure through the legs of Lane. Slows up in the far corner. Out to the point. Pass blocked. Good read by Lane. Leg streaking up ice. 2-on-1's got Galante going to the net. Lane got around the defender and across for a Galante shot over the top. Great chance to start the third period for West I, and just unable to cash in on the opportunity. Bonventure now wheeling down the near boards, cutting to the net. Good sticks by Lane and Levy. Lane, or rather that's Levy, continuing to check the Shark into the boards. Floated across ice. Perugine trying to get to it. Galante trying to come out. Perugine stick all up in the midsection of Galante. Take him down. That'll be a hooking penalty against ESM. It won't get called, though, if West Islip score here. Ripped a shot along the ice by Abenda. It's turned away and covered by Moran. Lions back to the power play. In case anyone was wondering, the term natural hat trick refers to the same player scoring 3 straight goals for a team, as opposed to a just regular hat trick or just any 3 goals in a game. Power play Lion. Tonight, West Islip with the player advantage are 1 for 1. Trying to go 2 for 2. And it's covered by Moran. Perugine hooking the penalty. Minute 35 left in this West Islip power play. They win the faceoff, go D to D. Webster. Fans on the wrist shot. Now a potential shorthanded look for Gabrielson. Gabrielson takes the shot. He scores! Shorthanded goal for Aiden Gabrielson. His second tonight makes it 8-2 in favor of the Sharks. Tough break for Webster at the line. You run that risk, especially on the power play. And second shot that beats Chero between the legs tonight. It is 8-2 now, ESM. Still though, over a minute and 15 seconds on the power play here for West Islip to try to get it right back. D to D, here's a Benda. Deflected ahead by Burnt for Lane. Lane, Burnt, Lundrigan, all converging on the puck. Lundrigan, the near boards. To the point for Levy. Shea Levy with time. Plays it right back to Lundrigan. Good sticks in the lanes as Lane rips a shot blocked. Trying to shake that off Bonventure. A fearless block by the ESM Shark. Lundrigan trying to go skate the stick toward the middle of the ice. Bonventure goes down, played it back to his defenseman Anza, and Anza clears it out. Here's Shupp shorthanded. Shupp hits the break, scores! What a goal, Everett Shupp. He shows off the skating ability on this one. As here he comes with all the speed in the world. To a stop, oh no, right back. Beautiful play by Everett Shupp as he adds a goal to his 3 assists tonight. And the second shorthanded goal scored on this very power play for West Islip. Again, they're perfect on the power play tonight, but kind of a big asterisk when you're out 2 shorthanded, let alone potentially 3, is Shupp trying to set up McGovern backdoor, just missed. Shupp briefly fumbled the puck for a split second. Threw off the timing between he and McGovern, who was traveling back post. Just 4 seconds left on the Perugine penalty. It's been a disastrous power play here for West Islip. Back to 5 aside. Out in front, Beckman. (9-2) Sharks, minute 43 to go. Here in the third period, in a game that's been controlled by ESM for a majority of it. Lucas Wilk trying to find a pass to the front of the net. Lundrigan, a drive and a blocker save made on the high-rising shot by C.J. Lundrigan. Elijah Moran looking to pick up his 3rd win of the season. Tyler Anza gets an assist on the most recent Shupp goal. Here is Everett Shupp. Flying through neutral ice. Shupp on the forehand. Fed it for Beckman. He missed on the one-timer. Rebound still available. Lane flies it across ice, and Maniaci, great back check, broke it up. Connor Webster for Mikey Lane. Lane fires. Galante's got him. Galante shoots, and it's off the bar and out of play. Great pass, sets it up by Mikey Lane. Incoming is Luke Galante, and he just missed it. Galante looking for his 2nd of the season, and it would not be. Ensuing offensive zone faceoff. Levy holds in at the point. Gets it over to Lundrigan. Newport on the puck. Try to skate it out of the zone. He will. Billy Newport to the forehand. Newport around the stick check of Webster. Put out in front for Fritzen. Just goes wide. Bonventure held it in at the far point. Lane scoops up the loose puck. Lane with a lot of speed, fakes the shot, dropped it just out of the reach of Lundrigan. Swiped away by Newport, down for Anza. So we're under 10 to play in the third period, 9-2. Is the score in favor of ESM over West Islip. Listening here to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League on LI Sports Network. We ask you to give our socials, at least check them out at LI Sports Network. Better yet, give us a follow. You like what you see, all the hard work we've got going on Instagram. Wally Mitchell, our cameraman, a part of it. Gabe Curry, little Swiss Army knife for us here at LISN, big part of it. Gabrielson, not a big part of the social team, but a big part of ESM and their scoring tonight. Newport for Gabrielson. Pair of goals tonight. Does he have three? No, goes wide. Off the carom, Fritzen to Gabrielson, turned away by Chero, and he'll sprawl on top. Aiden Gabrielson, 3 points, 2 goals, and an assist tonight. 13 goals on the year, along with 11 assists now for one of 2 ESM captains, Aiden Gabrielson. Here's Kevin Beckman. Beckman stick handles all the way through and scores. And the clock shall run. Another impressive goal by Kevin Beckman, his 4th of the game. The lead for the Sharks is now 8, and just outweighted Chero while he dissected the West Islip defense. Meticulous. Should be a running clock. They're going to signal to the scorekeeper that the clock should have been running, but we have a timeout that might have prevented it from doing so. So throwback, 8:34 left here in the third period as ESM hit double digits against West Islip. I will step aside here on LI Sports Network. Welcome back here, Rinks and Oppog, Suffolk County High School Hockey League on LI Sports Network. First of 3 on this Friday night slate. Perigine takes possession in behind. Try to feed it out to Maniaci. Got a touch on it. Abenda emerges with the puck. Speeds out. Hits Galante. Galante a long shot, deflected off Beckman, gloved by Moran. And there it is, the running clock, as we're under 8 left here in the third period. Again, coming up on LI Sports Network, Sachem and West Islip JV, a battle between the number 7 and number 8 seeds respectively in the JV division. Should be an excellent game. The offensive zone draw for West Islip is 1, handled by Webster. Try to feed the front of the net. Hoping to get it to Lane. It wouldn't go. Wrist shot. A wrist out of the zone. Blocked by Lane. Lane, sharp angle shot, scores! Mikey Lane. His 2nd of the game, 3rd of the year. It's 10-3. as that one snuck through the wickets of Elijah Moran. Again, a prolific scorer in the DVL a season ago, Mikey Lane. Just his third here in the freshman division, but again, it could be quite the competition increase going from developmental to freshman, especially as a player who is younger than the max age of the division, its namesake, freshman. Plugged up the far boards by Webster. Held in by the Sharks. Pisano trying to stick candle through. There's Everett Shupp. Big night for Shupp. 4 points. Does he have a fifth? No, it's denied by Chero. Webster tosses it around. Here's Galante with space in front of him. Hits the red, dumps in. Lundgren on the forecheck. Greets the puck on the far side. Pardon me, the near side. 2-on-2 battle. Bonventure emerges with the puck for ESM. 3-on-2 from the red line in. Bonventure cuts wide. Shadowed by Abenda. Survives Abenda, now greeted by Wilk, and Galante flips to the line, held in. Here comes McGovern. McGovern shot blocked by Webster. Anza to the front of the net where it's deflected by Pisano. Stopped by Chero. Everett Shupp going to work on CJ Lundgren. Backhands to the front, or slot area rather, for Pisano. Galante. Again, it's a short bench for West Islip. It's banked down. Moran will stop it, keep it moving as we approach 5 minutes remaining in the third period. Sharks successfully avenging their Game 1 defeat to the hands of West Islip, 4-1. And ESM are missing a bunch of their players in that contest. Kevin Beckman trying to find Shupp. Here's Pisano. Near corner. Gabrielson cross ice for Shupp, caught it on the backhand, now on the forehand, goes right back to the near side for Pisano. Glove save made by Chero. For all intents and purposes, with the win, ESM will improve to 9-4-1, 19 points. They'll be 3 behind St. Anthony freshman for third place. East Islip still don't have a loss in regulation on the season or in overtime. They are 10-0-2. And Smithtown Hauppauge freshman red have a game in hand on East Islip. Have more regulation wins, so they currently occupy the top spot as Beckman lets another one fly to the net, denied by Chero. Lane trying to get it ahead to Galante. Beckman cuts it off. Beckman trying to go to himself. Here is Lane. Lane, a wrist shot along the ice, handled by Moran. Galante spun one right back on Moran, who made the save and will play it on for Beckman. 2:45 to go in the third period. Fretzen, backhands cross. Gabrielson missed the stick of Newport. Beckman, why not? Fifth of the game for Kevin Beckman. It's 11-3 in favor of ESM. Beckman now this season with 23 goals, 9 assists. 6-point night tonight. He has 32 on the year. Galante had to come off the stick. Perugine, sharp angle try, save made, rebound, deflects over the net. Gia Lorenzi was hunting for it. I believe we're going to get a penalty here late in the contest. Kevin Beckman is now your leader in the freshman division in points with 32, 4 ahead of Southampton's O'Sullivan, and 1 less game played than O'Sullivan. Shot save, rebound save, Charo, and backhanded to the line, not out by Levy. Bonventure, final 37 seconds. ESM do not have a power play goal tonight, something West Islip can hang their hats on. If they survive the next 27 minutes with seconds without allowing a goal, but there it is. Gia Lorenzi, 12-3. Announcers jinx in full swing. ESM, that's a Sharks power play goal by Jake Gia Lorenzi, just his 2nd goal of the season, will take us to final. The Sharks pouring it on late. Defeat West Islip 12-3. Everett Shupp gets an assist on that last goal, so he finishes with 4 on the night to go along with his goal. 5-point night for Everett Shupp. 5 goals for Kevin Beckman and an assist, 6 points for him. 2 goals, 2 assists for Aiden Gabrielson. He had a big night as well, 4 points. And Moran gets the win, his 3rd of the year. Charo, valiant effort in between the pipes for West Islip. Won't be reflected in the stat sheet necessarily, but he was great. And that will conclude our coverage here in this one. A pair of goals for Mikey Lane, that's worth noting. 2nd and 3rd of the season. That will do it for our coverage here in this one. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League on LI Sports Network. On behalf of our camera operator, Wally Mitchell, I'm Ryan Brownigan. Until next time, folks, as always, please have a good night.